Welcome, dear viewer, to this very special first episode of my beer channel. Now, beer is something that I really like. Uh, it's something that I've really liked for a very long time, my entire adult life. Um, all types of beers, ale, dark ale, stouts, imperial stouts, these abbey beers, all these different that some may consider special beers, and they're sold as special beers here in Finland. But in many countries like Belgium, they are just beer like any other. Um, but I prefer dark beers and some flavored beers as well, which we will come to in this video. But in these videos, my co-host is Alfred. Alfred is a big boy. He's a big Moomin forefather. He will be here with me every single video. Okay, now let's move on to the actual beer of tonight. What I will be concentrating on tonight is Kriek lambic. Lambic is a type of beer made in Buitenland, Buitenland region, southwest of Brussels, and in Brussels, Belgium. It has been brewed since the 1200s, the lambic-type beer. I will first tell you a bit more about the lambic beer itself, and then concentrate on the Kriek one. It's Gueuze, Kriek, and Framboise types of lambic beers, of which Kriek, which we have tonight, is cherry. A certain type of sour cherry is used to brew that, and then framboise, which in which raspberry is used. I will go into these different kinds of different types of other lambic beers probably in other videos, but today we go with Kriek, in which cherries are used. So lambic, typically lambic is brewed from grist, which contains up to somewhere between 60 and 70% barley malt, and then 30 to 40% of unmalted wheat, and it's fermented with using natural wild yeast and bacteria that are found only in the Zene Valley in the Buitenland region, and as opposed to brewer's yeast, which are used in most other types of beers. There are typically three categories of these Kriek-beers are traditional, sweetened, and a Kriek-based out brown type of beer, which is a bit different type of Kriek beer, which is not a topic on these lambic videos. So in this first lambic video, I will go into the traditional Krieks, which include Timmermans traditional Kriek lambic. It's a reddish or quite red beer. It's quite sour taste in the bottle when you just sniff from the bottle. These Kriek lambic beers, as well as many other beers, give out a very distinct foam on the top when you pour it, and I properly, but it gives a very light foam, very thin, like maybe soda type. You know what you might get from certain types of fizzy pops. Okay, it's again very cherry smell. Uh, it's sour. It's not bad. I mean, it's not. It's clearly not. It's clearly unsweetened. There's clearly no extra sugar being added here. Uh, and just a full disclosure, this is the very first time that I'm trying this. Some some may have been some of the beers that I will try in the future on this or talk about in my videos on this channel are beers that I have already tried before. And I have several beers in my closet that are on the queue on coming. But I will. This is the first time I've tried this particular Kriek. I've tried the Lindemans Kriek already. I knew of the existence, but there is, for example, the very old school type of lambic or Krieks. I think the name was something like Skarbekse Kriek. I will look up the name and put it up there. It's so sour. It's like it's one of it was really sour and wasn't quite my taste. As we can see here, there are all kinds of different lambic beers. Here are these are the Lindemans bottles. There is Cassis. Faro is quite a really weird one. It's quite an odd one out. Then there's Framboise, which is the strawberry. Oops, that's me. Okay, there. Which is and then we've got the Lindemans Kriek, and these are that Kriek is sweetened. This is not any additional sweetening, I think. And then there's the Gers, which is a weird one too. I've tried one of those before, and it's quite odd. I haven't seen a lot of those in Finland, so that will prove quite difficult to obtain if I were ever to try out those Gers lambic beers, but that is not something that I wish to extend on in this particular video. So this has been an interesting journey so far, and santé, as the French-speaking Belgians say. So thank you very much for watching. This was a brief one, very first one, but I will learn and I will make better videos. And here is once again Alfred. Alfred is a big Moomin forefather. He is Bertil's relative, but the actual relation to Bertil will be revealed later. But until the next video,